Nabonga is a 1944 film directed by Sam Newfield, perhaps the most prolific American director of 20th century Hollywood. From the silent era to the 1960s, he would rack up over 250 films, mostly B pictures produced with his brother Sigmund. In the same year he directed Nabonga, he directed a dozen other movies, including a posse of westerns, another jungle picture, a couple of thrillers, even a musical. What's Nabonga about? A plane crashes in the jungle. A bank thief on the run and his daughter survive the crash, and the girl befriends a gorilla. Years later, a banker's son, in search of the stolen property that ruined his father's life, is looking for the metal bird that fell from the sky somewhere in the part of the jungle that's protected by a white witch. What's bad about this movie? It's definitely a cheap picture, not much in the way of spectacle. It's only 85 minutes long, and yet you can feel the padding. So much walking and recycled animal footage. It's assembly line filmmaking, which means there's very little variation from the jungle formula, and that was the point. If you didn't have Tarzan for your movie, you got Jungle Jim, or Jungle Woman, or Bomba the Jungle Boy. Then you can reuse the sets and costumes and footage from previous productions. You might even use the same stars. Buster Crabbe competed as a swimmer in the 1932 Olympics and won a gold medal for the U.S. The next year, he was cast as Tarzan the Fearless, kick-starting his career as one of Hollywood's golden age action stars. He was most famous for playing Flash Gordon, but he also played Buck Rogers, Billy the Kid, and lots of guys wearing loincloths or 10-gallon hats. As the banker's son, Crabbe plays a slightly bumbling version of the usual jungle conqueror role. He gets himself in almost as much trouble as he gets out. He's kind of goofy when he encounters danger, but holds his own. The kind of role that paves the way for the likes of Brendan Fraser or Chris Pratt. It's not a barrel of laughs, but the movie's got a decent sense of humor, verging on self-aware. And of course, the gorilla's the best part of the picture. Ray Corrigan, also known as Crash Corrigan, played the title role, but isn't listed in the credits to preserve the illusion. Corrigan was used to this. He started his career as a stuntman, but got plenty of roles once he bought a gorilla suit, appearing in nearly 20 films as one kind of gorilla or another. He became a marquee star in his own right, appearing as either Crash Corrigan or as Tucson Smith, one of the three Mesquiteers. In 1937, he bought some land in Simi Valley and turned it into Corriganville, used for location filming for Western films and TV shows for the next 30 years. The ranch changed hands in the 60s, eventually becoming a nature preserve, although the area became a backdrop again in Quentin Tarantino's 2019 film, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Nabonga was Julie London's film debut. However, it was her singing that made her a star in the 50s and 60s. TV audiences of the 70s know her from the medical drama Emergency, where she co-starred with her husband, Bobby Troup. Barton McLean plays our bad guy, going toe-to-toe with the gorilla. He was a reliable, tough guy in the 30s and 40s, notably playing opposite Humphrey Bogart in both The Maltese Falcon and The Treasure of Sierra Madre. A generation later, he was a series regular on I Dream of Jeannie. Nabonga is a guy in a gorilla suit movie. It's slight, but delivers the monkey suit thrills as advertised. To enjoy it as intended, pair it up with another movie, because Nabonga will put you in the mood to watch more movies.